The impossible has happened. I've fallen back in love with Star Wars again. I didn't even know it. Damn.
Comic Track Entertainment.
Hello, people. Welcome back to the show. This is a video I'm going to do, and I'm telling you, I didn't see it coming. I just realized it today. In fact, maybe about 2 hours ago, I realized that I was back in love. I have fallen back in love with Star Wars. I didn't even see it coming. I knew it was possible, but I've been so disheartened and so pissed off with Star Wars about the last things. I didn't know if I could ever love it again. I knew that I still care for it in my heart. And I knew that there was room for me to love it. I knew that I could fall back in love with it again, but I always thought it was going to be a movie. Never in my wildest dream did I think a TV show could make me fall back in love with a franchise. I'd be damned if Star Wars didn't do it. And I'm going to break it down because it kind of reminds me of the times and about my favorite cars, and I'm going to compare. I'm going to, don't just stick with me. I'm going to compare my past cars and my love and light for them to Star Wars. Just stick with me. You'll see where I'm going to. Now, my very first car, I wasn't in love with. I liked it, wasn't in love with it, but it got me from point A to point B. It satisfied me. Some days it would act up. Some days I would like it more than others, but most of the time it was just something to get from point A to point B. And my first car was this car you see right here, Chevrolet Blazer. I bought it in like 1988, just when I first went into the Marine Corps. It's the first vehicle I had, first vehicle I paid for. I was proud of myself. I think it was about $9,000, if I'm not mistaken. This vehicle here, I'm going to compare it to Kathleen Kennedy. Now, she's someone I like because she was associated with Star Wars. Not in love with her. Some of her movies, mostly her movies I like, was not in love with it. But it got my fix. It got my Star Wars fix. So I had to deal with it. I couldn't complain with it. There were some days and I was like, why did I buy you? And like some days I said, why did I watch this? Why did I go and watch The Rise of Skywalker? Why did I go watch Solo? But it gave me my Star Wars fix. Kathleen Kennedy, she gave my Star Wars fix. So she reminds me of my first car, the Blazer. Car I liked, was not in love with. Now, my dream car that I wish I had, car that I wish I could own, wish I could drive, is this right here, the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. This car represents George Lucas. Now, I wish George Lucas was back, old, reliable. Look at him, sleek lines, get you from point A to point B. It was just a badass car. George Lucas, a badass director, created Star Wars, the whole thing that I fell in love with. He knows it backwards and forwards. May not necessarily, some people don't necessarily like the prequels. I love the prequels, but his material, his vision is perfect. What he thought of, his imagination, was a dream to me. I like all of the first three Star Wars, second three Star Wars, last three not so much, but it had nothing to do with George Lucas. George Lucas had to do with the first six. The first six was perfect. They were a dream, had little flaws, but most of all, they were perfect. Now, I can't get this dream car, which I would love to have. Would love to have George Lucas back, but it's probably not going to happen. So I gotta get a different dream car. And this is just a newer version of the Trans Am that I like. And that is, this car represents Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is a newer version of the Trans Am. They're kind of similar, but different. Old school, new school. This is Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni, like I said, the closest thing to George Lucas we're going to get. The shows he directed, especially the one with Ahsoka, has been fantastic. It lets me know that he's been listening to George Lucas, that he has a clear understanding of it. And if they just let him be, I think that he can bring the movies of Star Wars back to what they were. Now, Dave Filoni has a partner, and this partner is Jon Favreau. Now, if I couldn't get this car, the next car, my other second dream car, would be this Dodge Challenger Hellcat. This represents Jon Favreau. Sleek, new, fast. Looks almost as good as the Trans Am, but comparable. These two are comparable. Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau. These two together are putting Star Wars back in the main place. Not the old original like George Lucas, but these two I can deal with. If I was to get these cars, I could definitely deal with it. And now I'm getting a dose of what they're doing together, and I can definitely, most definitely deal with it. I love what Jon Favreau, I love what Dave Filoni's doing. I hope that they leave them alone and let them continue on their path. It's going to be outstanding. This is the cast of The Mandalorian. As you can see, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni up front, standing right beside each other. Pedro Pascal, the guy that plays the Mandalorian, is right beside Jon Favreau. Gina Carrera, I think, and Carl Weathers right beside each other. I think that's what Kathleen Kennedy beside Carl Weathers. This team right here, this cast right here, these people have put Star Wars back on the map. They have maybe fallen in love with Star Wars. I'm going to speak briefly about this last exit, which stars, you see right here, Boba Fett. I was not always a Boba Fett fan, but he has a following. He's like a cult classic. In this episode, he did his thing. I'm not going to go into detail, but if you have not watched the 6th episode, chapter 14, I think it is, of The Mandalorian, you need to watch it. He's in it, and he does his thing on there. I was very impressed. If you want to see more and hear more about it, please tune in tonight on Chris Knight's channel. It's called The Real Review. 3000 is the channel, but the show is called The Mandalorian Roundtable. We have about 9 to 10 people on there, and we each discuss our views, our likes and dislikes of the show and the particular episodes. So please catch the night 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't watched that show before, it's a very good, entertaining show. That's if you're a Star Wars fan. Of course, Mandalorian right here with Baby Yoda, a.k.a. Grogu, whatever his name is. I'm sticking with Baby Yoda. These two have become household names. If you go into Walmart, that's all you can see is Mandalorian toys. They're probably going to have the gauntlets. If I had to say the helmet, that's what I would do. I've seen the Baby Yodas in there all over the place. But this show is awesome. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm back in love with Star Wars, and I owe it to Mr. Dave Filoni. And right here, my dream car, second dream car, Jon Favreau, these two together, outstanding. I give you a round of applause. I love your shows, doing the right thing. Now, before I go, I just want to do some shout outs to some of the other people that I stream. AVP, if you don't know her, she usually the moderator for Chris Knight's show on the Weekly Rumble. She came with the idea that we should shout out to other YouTubers that we do and tell you why you should go to their show. Everybody that I YouTube with and do shows with are fantastic people. They have a special outlook on different topics that we discuss. Their content is good, different contents, a lot of different flavors. So if you get a chance, check out Bigger 40 Entertainment. That's Anzo Harders. He's mainly one of the guys I stream with. He has several shows with me. He has his own show on Wednesday nights called OOC. I think it starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch him out. Also, Chris Knight has several shows on the YouTube world where we do 3 together mainly, which is my show, Chaotic Conversation, Anzo's Chaos List, and also he does the Rule of 3. We also do a guitar show together, showcasing certain solo guitarists. It's called Planet Solo, usually done on 7 p.m. on Sundays. It's pre-recorded. Also, check out JJ Sith Lord. He does his own show, I think on Tuesday nights. I can't think of it, but he also streams with us on Tuesday nights on the Chaos List. LDG Pixels, he does a stream every day. Shows you how to help if you have any kind of computer issues, YouTube issues, StreamYard issues, OBX. He does that. He is a man of many, many talents. Elijah Hu, he does a show talking about science, I believe, on Tuesdays. I can't think of the name of the show, but check him out. Like I said, he's on the show also on Tuesdays. Also, we have a newcomer called Guy Scar. He's from Canada, a good friend of Anzo's. He's on the show that's on Tuesday night, the Chaos List. Also, check out Terrence, T-Virus Terrence. He has his own channel. He does a lot of shows. He's on the Monday night shows with me. Please check him out. He has a very entertaining content. Maz Mama Bear, she has her own poetry show, and then she got a show with several other females called Queen's Council that comes on Thursday nights between 8 and 9 p.m. That also showcases Nina, Miss Creole, according to Christy. Also, I'm forgetting somebody. Maz Mama Bear as well, and OG Star Wars, if I'm not mistaken. Also, check out on Tuesday nights. It's called the Dark Council. 6 fellas, man, a good group of fellas. Abu Naz is on there, Damajanai, Fatal J, um, the Gospel According to Mark C, Lord Callis, and Drunk 3PO every Tuesday night, probably between 8:30 and 9, somewhere in that time frame. It's called the Dark Council. Very good content, very good time. So check those fellas out. Also, my boy Rob Storm, we also have on there Adam. We do probably 5 to 6 nights a week on Robert Storm's Live. That's usually about 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 p.m. Check those out. We have a lot of good content on there. Just a lot of people, a lot of different people. I know I'm forgetting someone. It's not intentional. But please check us out. Comics Division, he's on the shows on Sundays. We're streaming him a little bit on Sporky News, Fatal Death Star. It's, like I said, a lot of people. So please check out the shows, and you will see these group of people, very intelligent people, very fun people to stream with, and we always have a good time. So if you get opportunity, you got nothing better else to do. If you want to see some good content on different materials ranging from DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Star Trek, Mandalorian, whatever, please check us out, because a lot of times we cover stuff on sports. If you want to talk sports, NBA, NFL, please check our show out. It's called Square One, every Saturday afternoon between 4 and 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That usually go about 3 hours. So we have a lot of material out there. You're welcome to come check us out. You're wanted. We need it. We want you to support us. Like I said, if this is the first time you ever viewing my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Only takes 1 second to hit the subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell, because by hitting the notification bell, you will be privy to all content that we upload, that I upload, of the people that I mentioned upload. Make sure you do that. Please give us a thumbs up, because that helps the YouTube algorithm. Don't ask me how. I know that it does. So, and also leave a comment. By leaving a comment, that lets me know what you're thinking, and also it gives me ideas for future shows. So I'm interested. I want to hear what you're thinking. So please make sure you do all that. Please catch a show. I know I name out a lot of stuff, but like I said, it's a lot of good content out there. A lot of people that are here to entertain you, educate you, and just to spark a conversation. So until next time, thank you. Catch you later. Peace.